Welcome to Plynance. Today, we have an exciting topic to discuss that affects both the pharmaceutical industry and investors like us, which is pharmaceutical stocks and their FDA approvals. In this video, we'll dive into the FDA approval process and explore how it impacts the financial markets. So let's get started. Before we dive into the details, let's understand the role of the Food and Drug Administration, which is the FDA. The FDA is a regulatory agency in the United States responsible for protecting public health by ensuring the safety, efficacy, and security of various products, including pharmaceutical drugs. When it comes to pharmaceutical drugs, the FDA plays a crucial role. Companies developing new drugs must go through a rigorous approval process to bring their products to market. This process ensures that the drugs are safe, effective, and of high quality. The FDA approval process consists of several stages. It begins with preclinical testing, where the drug is tested in the laboratory and on animals to assess its safety and effectiveness. If the drug shows promise, it moves to clinical trials, which involve testing on human volunteers. Clinical trials are divided into 3 phases. Phase 1 trials involve a small group of healthy volunteers to determine the drug's dosage, identify side effects, and evaluate its safety. In Phase 2, the drug is administered to a larger group of patients to assess its effectiveness and gather additional safety data. Finally, in Phase 3, the drug is tested on an even larger scale, typically involving hundreds or even thousands of patients, to confirm its effectiveness, monitor side effects, and compare it to existing treatments. Once clinical trials are complete, the drug's manufacturer submits a new drug application, or an NDA, to the FDA, which includes a comprehensive data from preclinical and clinical studies. The FDA then reviews the application, examining the drug's safety and effectiveness in its manufacturing process, labeling, and proposed use. The FDA's review process is meticulous, with multiple layers of evaluation and scrutiny. The agency assesses the data provided by the manufacturer and decides whether to approve the drug or request additional information. This process can take several months or even years, depending on the complexity of the drug and the available data. Now, once the FDA approves a drug, it can be marketed and sold to the public. This approval is often a significant milestone for pharmaceutical companies and can have a profound impact on their stock prices. Investors closely monitor FDA decisions, as positive news can lead to substantial increases in a company's stock value, while negative outcomes can cause significant declines. However, it is important to note that FDA approval is not a guarantee of success. Even after approval, companies face challenges such as competition, pricing pressures, and potential post-market safety issues. Therefore, thorough research and analysis are essential before investing in pharmaceutical stocks. Let's dive deeper into how FDA approvals can significantly impact the stock prices of pharmaceutical companies. The approval or rejection of a drug by the FDA can have profound implications for a company's financial performance and its stock value. So here's how it works. So when a pharmaceutical company receives positive news of FDA approval for its drug, it often leads to a surge in investor confidence and excitement. Investors perceive FDA approval as a validation of the drug's potential and the company's ability to bring it to market successfully. This positive sentiment can trigger a buying frenzy, driving up demand for the company's stock. As a result, the stock price of the pharmaceutical company typically experiences a significant increase. This rise can be attributed to several factors. Firstly, the FDA approval means the company can now commercialize its drug and generate revenue from sales, potentially leading to higher profits and growth prospects. Secondly, FDA approval often garners attention from analysts who may revise their earnings forecasts and recommendations for the company. Positive revisions and favorable analyst coverage can further boost investor confidence and attract more buyers to the stock. Additionally, FDA approval can enhance a company's competitive advantage. With approval in hand, the company gains a significant edge over competitors, as it becomes the sole provider of the newly approved drug. This exclusivity can lead to increased market share, higher pricing power, and potentially greater profitability. However, it is important to recognize that FDA approval is not always a guarantee of sustained success. There are risks and challenges that pharmaceutical companies may face even after approval. For instance, the company's ability to effectively market the drug, secure reimbursement from insurance providers, and overcome potential safety concerns are crucial factors that can impact the stock's long-term performance. Investors should also be aware of the concept of buy the rumor and sell the news. Sometimes the anticipation and speculation leading up to an FDA decision can cause the stock price to rise significantly. However, once the approval is announced, some investors may choose to sell their positions to lock in profits, leading to a temporary decline in the stock price. One notable real-world example that demonstrates the impact of FDA approval on stock prices is the case of Biogen Inc. and their drug Aduhelm. In June of 2021, the FDA granted accelerated approval to Aduhelm for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. This decision came after significant debate and controversy surrounding the drug's efficacy and clinical trial data. The approval was seen as a significant milestone for Biogen, as there had been no new treatments approved for Alzheimer's disease in nearly 2 decades. The announcement of FDA approval caused a massive surge in Biogen's stock price. On the day of the announcement, Biogen's stock price soared by more than 60%. The positive news of FDA approval generated substantial investor enthusiasm and confidence in the potential of Aduhelm to increase a significant unmet medical need. However, it is important to note that the stock price increase was followed by increased volatility and subsequent declines. The ongoing discussions and debates regarding the drug's efficacy, pricing, and concerns raised by the medical community led to significant sell-off in Biogen stock in the months following the initial surge. This example highlights the immediate impact of FDA approval on stock prices and investor sentiment. However, it also demonstrates the importance of considering other factors, such as ongoing controversies and market dynamics, in evaluating the long-term performance of a stock post-approval. And that concludes this video on investing in pharmaceuticals and the impacts of their FDA approvals. I hope you learned something from this video, and make sure to subscribe to Plynance for more educational content on finance, business, and economics related topics.